Sometimes it surprises people when you look at me because I'm pretty brown and braids, well, man bun today, and some beads. But my father is not native at all. He's an Austrian Jewish immigrant and a survivor of the Nazi Holocaust. He has an amazing story of his own. It's taken me a while in my adult life to just come to terms with and love all the parts about me, and I teach my children to love all the parts about them. None of us are really fractions. I'm a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're all layers of all the different things about us, from the many different ethnicities, races, cultures, experiences, gender identity, all those things, they all intersect with one another. My father did make it out of there at age 13. It was age 14 by the time he made it to America. At age 17, he lied about his age and signed up for the U.S. Army. I think he wanted to kill Nazis. World War II was still going. And they ended up sending him to the Philippines, so he was stationed in the so-called Pacific Theater. But eventually, and I'm skipping through all kinds of amazing history, he made his way to Minnesota. Here I am. My mom is Ojibwe. She's actually was enrolled at White Earth, which is in northwestern Minnesota, but lifelong resident on the Leech Lake Reservation. She had a pretty visceral experience with poverty and some amazing efforts to come on out of that. All the kids had to help with food production when she was a little kid. There are 10,000 enrolled tribal members at Leech Lake, and she lived 18 years in a row on the res, and during those 18 years, she met one professional Native person ever. And it wasn't because out of those 10,000 people, nobody wanted to be a police officer or a teacher or a social worker or any of the things. It was because the systems excluded Native people from such positions, even on a reservation. The one professional person she met, by the way, was the school nurse. And she thought, maybe I could do that. So she ended up going to nursing school. One of her first jobs was working for our tribe's health program. And she thought, even here, Native people are getting pushed around. Enough of that. And she went back to school, and she got a law degree. She was actually the first female Native attorney in the state of Minnesota. When I was a little kid, she'd bring me with her to court, and she'd say, you just sit there and don't say a word. So I'd sit there, not say a word. And I couldn't remember her court cases very well, but I remember things. I remember that she was the only woman in court. I remember that she and her law partner, another Native person named Paul Day, that they were the only Natives in court. And I just came walking out of there thinking, you know what? We can do stuff. It was the D in the DEI, diversity, representation, role models. So vitally important. We got so much further to go. Instilled in me, both of my parents in different ways, a sense of my own capability and right to try to do things. Our family motto, by the way, is often wrong, but never in doubt. I've tried to think about how can we do more of this and how can we do it better and differently. The stories we hear about the American dream, like work hard, good morals, you too get a piece of sweet American apple pie, I feel like it's half true. And the true part's what I saw my dad do and what I saw my mom do. But I also am kind of with George Carlin, the old comedian, when he said they call it the American dream because you got to be asleep to believe it. And I think by that he simply meant that there are barriers out there and they are not equitably distributed. And so I can see on the one hand all the beauty and opportunity and promise of America, and on the other hand I can see all of its oppressions.